Whether Steph is just passing,
during that timeout between the third and fourth on the bench. Curry without the ball. Damian's there again.
Or, doing his usual stuff.
Lead sitting at 6. Curry making it.
The Warriors' offense has just been clicking on all cylinders, especially when Steph's been directly involved in a play. The snippets that I showed a while ago was just a little taste of a 36-8 offensive onslaught that the Dubs unleashed against the Cavs in the fourth quarter, led by the chef, to secure a come-from-behind win some couple of days back. If you're going to take a closer look at the box score, man, that was just simply ridiculous. The Cavs actually outscored the Dubs in each of the first 3 quarters, but just like other games when they were down big, they only needed 1 full quarter to turn things around and leave their opponents in the rearview mirror. With that being said, let us take an in-depth look at how the Warriors have been decimating their matchups on offense and why the other 29 teams are having such a hard time in stopping the Warriors when they got their groove going. Just like a well-oiled ship, the Warriors' offense wouldn't be sailing as effectively this season without a captain that's steering in the right direction. That captain I'm talking about is none other than the chef. He's obviously the biggest weapon in the Warriors' arsenal, and this one-man wrecking crew can light up a 15-0 run by his lonesome whenever he heats up like this.
Half into this fourth quarter, Curry lets it fly. For the season, they've been gritty and tough. Curry another 3. Got it.
Well, aside from that, what separates Curry from other lethal bucket getters is his ability to attract any type of defense even when he's not holding the ball. I mean, check this out. The guy who's closely guarding Steph is the Hornets' 6'7" forward, Gordon Hayward. Hayward knows that Curry loves to pull the trigger coming from handoff plays, so he tries to preempt that from happening. But Curry anticipated this, so he simply baited Hayward and went backdoor for a cherry-pick layup.
Curry a backdoor cut.
In this next play, notice how the Curry gravity sucked Reggie Jackson and Morris Sr. as if he was a massive black hole.
With a smaller defender and Curry.
With 2 defenders on him, Curry is very familiar with this type of situation, and he just easily threw a lob pass to Bjelica for an easy bucket under the rim.
Went to work. Bjelica inside again.
This is just one facet showcasing how good an off-ball player Curry is. To supplement this case, allow me to show another clip where Steph can be dangerous without having the ball, but this time as a screener. In this set play right here, JP is supposed to be the designated shooter coming off the brush screen set by Curry. But apparently, that was a decoy play, and Draymond located Curry after he slipped through the seams of the defense for an easy floater.
Well, you're not sure about that.
His brother-in-law, Damian Lee, said that there's no one in the NBA that creates that type of gravity other than Steph. In his own words, Steph's one of the most unique players that has ever played in this game. Not only his ability to shoot and score, but everyone sees how he can impact the game from off the ball. So it definitely is a learning curve, and it takes guys time to really get adjusted to how he plays. But it's just a matter of knowing your spots, knowing what you can pick, where you can score, where you can be effective, and then it's kind of an easier transition once you kind of figure that out. Now that we've covered his off-ball prowess, this can't take away from the fact that Curry is still considered most lethal when he does have the ball in his hands. I mean, check this out. In this play against the Kings, Curry knew that Harkless is not so much of a defender compared to Mitchell. So, he used the screen to get his matchup in order to exploit the mismatch.
Possessions, Katie.
It is, and you know what? Getting stops on defense certainly helps because you're not playing against a set defense, but they're moving it much better.
Swish. Now, in this clip against Theus, Curry just casually slid on his dancing shoes and toyed with this poor big fella.
Teams don't practice as much as they used to.
Kinda similar to what he did to this guy.
Rudy was outside of his comfort.
Man, is he a chef or a dancer? The guy can clearly bust a move on the hardwood. Throughout this 15 games of the Dubs, Curry virtually owns the league, and he's currently the top honcho for scoring 29.5 points a ball game, while sinking almost 6 threes per game on 14 attempts. The man is also averaging 41.9% from 3 and shooting 95.8% from the foul line. During the Warriors' post-game interview of their matchup against the Cavs, Steve Kerr praised Steph for carrying the Warriors on his back as they came back from the dead in the fourth. With Steph on the floor, you always have a chance. He's one of the greatest players in the history of the game, and he is the greatest three-point shooter of all time. He's fearless and always capable of catching fire like that. Though Curry can single-handedly bring any team down to its knees, Steph is just one of the major components that makes the Warriors' offense so lethal. The next thing I want to highlight is the Dubs' incredible ball movement. Every time I watch a Dubs highlight, there's always some set plays that catch my attention, and the way they distribute the leather is just poetry in motion. Just like this play right here. Damian Lee dropped the ball to Draymond at the block.
Buddy Hield face guarding.
Draymond then locates Curry. After drawing the defense, Curry swings it to Looney, who attacks Double T for an easy lay-in.
Curry kicks it out to Looney.
Moving on here, in this next gorgeous play, you can see how Steph Curry finds the gap of the defense as he slid once again coming off a fake screen.
During that timeout between the third and
OPJ then made a great pass to Curry, who drew two defenders on him. And as he was about to go for the shot, Curry recognized that there were two guys on him and made that extra pass to the wide open Damian Lee for an uncontested layup.
Curry without the ball. Damian's there again.
With that kind of flawless ball movement, the Dubs are leading the pack with 29.7 assists a ball game. And trust me on this, don't expect it to drop anytime soon with how they're able to always locate the open man. The chef talked about the Dubs' ball movement in full during a post-game interview, and here's what he had to say about it. We always talk about the strength in numbers mentality and how we play. Trying to create offense is predicated on me drawing attention and then moving the ball. If everyone buys into the fact, we don't know who's going to be there every night, but if everybody is going to contribute to that style, it should be a good season. It means a lot to know that you can make the right play, see the attention, double team, triple team, get rid of it, and everybody is either a threat to shoot or is going to make the right play, move the ball. Now, aside from Steph, their offense also got boosted big time thanks to the firepower brought by their unsung heroes. I'm talking about the vets on the team like Bjelica, OPJ, and the splash brother-in-law, Damian Lee. In the next clips, I'll show how these three guys help the team bring more headache to the defense. In this play, Nemanja screens for Curry in order to help him get open. When that happens, Curry pretends to drive to draw Ed Davis into the lane.
And that's exactly how they talk too. They want you to know that they are.
But in the end, this is just a simple pick and pop play where Nemanja finishes off with the wide open three. For OPJ, the man can certainly hit a three even after falling down. And just look how the Warriors celebrated afterwards.
With very little time played together.
And lastly, let us not forget that Damian Lee can hit the bottom of the net when his number is called. When it's all said and done, I think the only thing that can stop this offensive madness brought by the Dubs is when they have an off night where they'll miss threes that they usually do make, just like a couple of nights back against the Hornets. To put it very simply, guys, I don't see any teams in the NBA that can stop the Warriors, aside from themselves. I'm pretty sure the Dubs will amp up their offense to a new stratosphere once Klay comes back to the fold, and it's just going to be bad news for the rest of the league from there onward. In an interview, Steve Kerr talked about the unprecedented success that the Warriors are having this season, and here's what he had to say. This is how it should be for the Warriors with Steph Curry and Draymond Green leading the way. I think it felt this way the last 20 games of last year. The joy from the crowd. It just feels right. We've got a team that looks after each other. It's a deep team. There's a lot of weapons, a lot of different options for us as a coaching staff, and a group that's really unselfish and connected. I'm excited for the team, and I'm excited for our fans because I think they're really enjoying watching this group play. It's truly amazing to see how the Warriors are just dominating the league with their high-octane, three-point heavy offense that is centered around people and ball movement. We can't deny that Kerr grabbed some elements from Coach Pop's playbook and adapted it to the Warriors system. But I believe the real game changer in the Warriors offense is when you put the greatest shooter on the planet at the core of it and surround him with 4 other players who can both shoot and defend at the same time. Speaking of someone who can shoot and defend, Gary Payton II doesn't only steal basketballs every night, but he himself was the greatest steal of the year. Do yourself a favor and click this video right here, where I go over just how GP2 was able to become one of the greatest defensive guards in today's NBA. And trust me when I say you're gonna wanna watch it. Click the video, guys, watch it, enjoy it, and like always, I'll see you on the other side.